Morning, bud. You getting a little breakfast? Hey, Daisy. Hey everybody, Jeff Cove the Camper. Today I'm going to try to get a project completed on this clean out port on my freshwater tank. I absolutely love that modification. It makes it so easy to clean the tank, and also if I'm out boondocking and I fill my 5-gallon jug up, it makes it so much easier to put that 5 gallons into the freshwater tank, rather than going outside and lifting that big tank over your head while it's emptying into the tank that way from the outside. That deck plate port just makes that so much easier. My one gripe about this modification is nothing about the modification itself. It's this lid, this access lid that the manufacturers put on. Obviously, they put that fastened on with the screws without access to the tank, because you really don't need to access the tank that often unless you do the deck plate mod for the clean out or for filling. So what I'm going to do today is build a new step lid for this deck plate mod. What that's going to allow me to do is just have a smaller access port that I can lift off, that's right above the deck plate mod. So I'll just lift that out. It'll be fastened in with Velcro or magnets, I'm not sure which, and then that way I don't have to remove the whole lid. I can just remove that small piece. It gives me access to the inside for filling or for cleaning, and just make life a lot easier. It's already so great having the deck plate mod, and I'll put a link to that video up here just so you can see how that's done. But let's go ahead and get moving on this improvement. All right, so the first thing we're going to want to do is remove these 4 screws that secure the the top step to this cover, and or the compartment, and then we'll take this into the shop, get a good measurement of the size, cut out a new piece of plywood. I'm going to use probably Baltic birch for its strength, and it's also light enough. It's not going to add any more weight to the lid. And then we'll take a measurement of how far over where we want our little cutout for the compartment, the access lid, so we can still access the deck plate and all that good stuff for cleaning and for filling. So let's go ahead and get this removed. Alright, so we got the lid removed. We got our deck plate right there. I'm going to go ahead and measure over from this side, this wall here. I'm going to measure over to the center of the deck plate lid, and then I'm going to center from this back wall to the front side of the tank compartment, so we know exactly where to put that cutout access port to get to this deck plate. All right, 13 inches to the center, 8 1/4. All right, so now we'll go ahead and take this old cover back into the shop, get the measurements, and then we'll cut a new piece for it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and transfer these measurements to a new piece of plywood. I'm going to use the Baltic birch for strength, and it's still lightweight enough that I'm not adding any weight to the camper by doing this mod. And then I'm going to figure out how I'm going to do that little access port, the cutout. So I don't know if I'm going to use magnets or Velcro, or if I'm going to put it on hinges or what. So I'll kind of give that some thought. throw a nice smooth round over. That's a 5/8 round over on this piece of 3/4 inch Baltic birch. Now I'm just cutting the support pieces for the actual port lid to sit into. Get those glued up and screwed in from the bottom. All right, so the framing on the on the underside is glued and screwed down. I'm going to do a test fit in the camper real quick and then bring it back. I'll give it a final sanding and then throw a finish on it. This thing fits. Alright, so it fits in there. There's the port. Got the lid, got good access. I can still get my hand in there, so that's good. I'm just going to put a little Velcro tab on the side of this door to hold it in place with a little pull tab, so I can just pull it up out of there when I need to access the port to either clean the tank or to fill it up with fresh. So I think that's going to work out good. That's going to be more convenient for you know, cleaning the tank out and filling it up with water when I'm out you know, camping somewhere and need to throw a little bit extra water in there with my 5-gallon jug. I can just lift up that little port and put the water in, and you know, don't have to fiddle with the screws or anything like that. Just have the Velcro tabs. That port's just held on with Velcro tabs. Pull it right out and be a lot easier, a lot more convenient. So I think you could probably do this with the existing plywood step you know, that the manufacturers put on there. I didn't, because mine was, the plywood's pretty flimsy, but I wanted to add Baltic birch. I've got a lot of Baltic birch on hand because I run a cabinet company, so it's, you know, plenty light, but it's a lot stronger than the stuff that they use, so I just went ahead and swapped it out. But you know, if you wanted to keep the carpet, or if you have, you know, a hardwood laminate or something like that on your existing one, you can just you know, mark out where it needs to be cut, drill a couple pilot holes, and then cut it out with a jigsaw, or you know, run the blade up on your table saw, you know, through it and get a good clean cut. You could do it that way. But it's going to be really convenient to have it this way. So anyway, hopefully this gives you some ideas on you know, maybe doing it for yours, and you know, give you a little bit more better access, quicker access to that deck plate. And yeah, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and give me a thumbs up if you like the video. And we'll see you on the next one. Later.